Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick update video featuring the rest of my plans for 2018, the future of PLUSone a little bit, not really, but a little bit, and a little bit of other stuff at the very end. So first things first, for you PLUSone viewers, don't worry, PLUSone is not going anywhere. However, it is going to get a bit smaller come March 2019, and that's because, as many of you may have already heard, in March, they are removing the PS3 and PS Vita games moving forward for PS Plus, meaning that we'll only have PS4 games on PS Plus. So that's only 2 games instead of potentially 4, sometimes even 5 games that they give with cross-buy and cross-download and all that. So obviously that'll impact my own schedule a little bit, and they've already kind of been preparing for that slightly. So this month, there are only 2 PS4 games, there are no cross-buy games. It's just XCOM and Trials. And I've been ruminating on this for a while because we've known since March, figuring out how I want to proceed, because YouTube favors more frequent uploads as well as more consistent uploads. And if you've watched my content, you know that partially because of PLUSone, I cannot be consistent because I don't know what's going to come next month that I can prepare for. And tentatively, my plan is to upload 2 times a week for the second half of 2018, and ideally beyond that, but I want to really test myself, put it in wording for you guys to see, and you can try and hold my feet to the fire, if you will. But I want to do videos every Tuesday and Friday. It might actually be Wednesday and Friday, just because the first day of the month, the first Tuesday of the month, is normally the PLUSone day, and PS Plus updates on Tuesday, and I'm normally at work, so anyway, it'll be something and Friday are going to be my upload days. So in addition to PLUSone, I have my regular reviews, I have, you know, the top 10s that I do, or other stuff like that, but I'm also introducing a third series that I'm calling right now Bolts Bits. That name may change, but as of right now, I like the name. And these will be short 10-minute videos that are full content-wise, similar to my main reviews, but are edited like a PLUSone. So for those of you that watch both, you know that the PLUSones have a lot of sweeping, like minute-long clips of footage where I'm not editing things together, simply because if I had to edit those together too, I would die. They were meant as light, easy content to help cleanse my and your palates from the main reviews. Whereas the main reviews are very meticulous. They're sometimes frame by frame, where I will get everything perfect exactly the way I want. And I can't do that 6 times a month once PS Plus changes. So, Bolts Bits came as an idea where I can cover not just one specific game, because I know a lot of you may not want to watch a specific review of one game, but you might because you like, you know, hearing my stance and seeing all the stupid stuff that I do on camera and all that. Bolts Bits will be much more relaxed. It'll still be scripted, but it'll be where I can cover not just one game, but a whole series of games, a whole genre of games, or a whole trend within gaming itself. So, for example, the one example that I go with, right now, it's not going to be a Bolts Bit, but I've been saying I miss Fallout. And that would be me talking about how I love Fallout 3, I love New Vegas even more, it's one of my favorite games of all time, but I don't like Fallout 4, and I don't like where the series is heading. So, just an idea of what you could expect from the Bolts Bits. And in addition to that, I often receive review codes for games. Review codes, press codes, whatever you want to call them. And I often turn them down simply because I don't have a spot in my schedule for them, or they're not the kind of game that I would want to cover, because you guys may not like a Steam game, considering a lot of you are PS4 owners, and not necessarily much else. So that's part of the reason I happen to turn these down, and also because it's tough to justify making a full review of one of these games, knowing it's going to completely destroy my planned schedule for the rest of that month. If you remember last Shrektober, I had last minute received a review code for Tiny Barbarian DX, and that video took so much to make just because I had to play and beat the game, and I was the first person to beat the game, because it was a pre-release copy, and then review it, and I did it all in a matter of a day or two. And it takes a lot out of me, and then it just kills me for the rest of the month. So the Bolts Bits will be a lot more informal. It allows me to cover a lot more of these games and introduce you guys to games that you might love, and help these developers find new fans of those games. So that's most of the current plan. I'm sure I missed something, and if I missed anything, I'll put it down in the comments. But as of right now, my plan is from July onward, actually technically June onward, 2 videos a month. The first 2 Bolts bits are coming very soon. They're going to come in June, and they're both reviews, mini reviews technically, of smaller indie games. So I think that's everything. I probably missed something. So if there's anything that you ever feel that you might want to do if you like watching a +1 and you want to give back in any way, obviously there's the Patreon where you can support for $1 a month and all that. More importantly, arguably, you can watch other videos that aren't +1s. I know there's a lot of a split between the +1 viewers and the regular viewers, if you will. So if you're ever watching a +1 or you're eating dinner or something and you're like, you know, that Golden Bolt guy's pretty cool, let me give back a little bit. Watch one of my reviews, watch a Bolts bit, anything like that, because moving on, and moving forward I should say, my plan for the rest of 2018 is to focus predominantly on PS4 games for my reviews, to introduce you guys to games that you may not know that you would love. That's the whole point of this channel, really, is to introduce people to their favorite franchises. And just off the top of my head, the plan, at least for the next few months, I want to cover Ni no Kuni 2, which just came out this year, Alien Isolation, which is a fantastic game, and LA Noire. And these are all games that a lot of people have slept on, and they're all on PS4, and I want to hopefully help some of you guys find out that these are games that you might really enjoy. And now that I've cut myself off, that's most of what I wanted to cover. The only other thing I really wanted to mention was TooManyGames, and for those of you that don't know what TooManyGames is, it is a gaming convention in the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. This year it runs from June 22nd to June 24th, 2018, obviously. Again, I'm going. This is my 4th year going to TooManyGames. I love it every year. My buddies and I always go. We hang out. We have a blast. It's truly an awesome experience. So if you're on the East Coast or you're near Philadelphia or Oaks, Pennsylvania, consider going. It's really, really fun. And I say consider going, especially because this year is the first and maybe only year, I don't know, but it's the first year that I can say I am on a panel at TooManyGames. So if you've ever seen like Comic-Con or any convention of any sort, there'll be different panels for, you know, people, celebrities, and in this case YouTubers, events, topics, so on and so forth. So my buddy Sam, and thanks again to Sam for bringing me on for this, is holding a panel about wrestling and video games, a crossover of fan bases. So that'll be, we have 4 people on the panel, and we're going to be talking about our favorite wrestlers, our favorite wrestling matches, the events we've gone to, our favorite video games, and how the audiences of professional wrestling and video games cross over into one another. It's a really interesting topic, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that is on Sunday, June 24th at 10 a.m. in Panel Room 2, not Panel Room 3. They bumped us up, apparently. So I'm really, really excited to just cross that off a YouTuber bucket list and say, I've been on a panel at a convention, at my favorite convention. It's really surreal. So I hope you guys, if you're there, you know, if you see me, stop me, say hello. If you don't see me and you are there, you know, message me on Twitter or at me or whatever, and say, hey, I'm at this booth, you know, I wanted to say hi and, you know, chat. I'm happy to chat. I'd love to chat with some of you guys if you're there. There might be other stuff that I'm doing as well, so stay tuned on Twitter or elsewhere on the Discord. I think that's right now the only thing I'm doing, but there might be something else that pops up. But it'll be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys there. There's going to be video of the panel, so after the event, I want to put that together with some other footage and show you guys what a convention experience is like. Show you guys how, you know, how big it is in scale, because it's a lot bigger than you'd expect, and how many things there are to do, and how there's a little bit of something for everybody. And hopefully convince one of you guys that next year you might want to come, and then that way I can say hi to you guys next year, because I'm absolutely going again next year. So I think that's everything. Like I said, if there's anything else, I'll put it down in the comments, but I think I covered everything I wanted to. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. It does mean a lot. And tune in today, not tomorrow, today for your regularly scheduled +1 of, I believe, Trials is going up today, and XCOM is going up later. It was going to be tomorrow, but this video got misscheduled for today, and so I refilmed it all to fix that one single word, because that's what I do. As always, everybody, stay golden.